What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fury here, and boy do we have an exciting week ahead of us. It's everyone's favorite Enroll Exam, as well as other events that are going to make it very worth to spend those seals. So stay tuned because we're going to be starting now.
I wanna be immortal, like a god in the sky. I wanna be a silk flower.
So here we have it. It's everyone's favorite Enroll Exam, and I am particularly excited about this one because this event is stacked with, and let me emphasize, stacked with the rewards that we were all looking forward to from a 2-week event. But as per the last capsule event, it is now split into its own reward week, so we're not going to complain. But here we are, Enroll Exam for Vera, everyone's favorite new priest for the fairy faction, and Linky as the 60 seal reward. So Vera makes an interesting, well, she has an interesting position in our current meta where she likes to support characters with high attack that like doing their damage based on the attack amount that they have, and also helps them healing and helps with some diminishing effects as per her passive that just allows more damage to be done to enemies and for those enemies to do less damage back. But because we are currently in a sustain heavy meta where characters like to have more HP than they do attack, Vera kind of stands outside looking in, unable to really support the characters just because we don't have sources to really buff up our characters' attacks. So she's just in that awkward spot. Some people have been using her to high effect with Fenrir, Kratos, Rogue, even Joan on their team. And she's able to deploy her orange shields, which these are called lullabies, to help then reflect some of their attack back at the enemy and do some damage. You may see a lot of these in your cluster, you may not. Some people have taken the dive to building her. We're still looking around, and I will have a review for Vera coming up here in the channel in the future. So stay tuned for that. So this is what we're going to have, along with 15 runes and these awesome lanterns. But let me first get to these gears. They're here again for tech innovation, which we'll get to soon as well. But we can get 8 bearings for our total endeavor here for 48 total if you do your 4 rounds. Those are going to be nice for upgrading your gear and purchasing gear from the tech innovation menu, we'll get to soon. So this event is special because of these lanterns for the event material, which are going to let us do some awesome exchanges in this Sky Lantern Memoria screen over here. So in total, we're able to get 70 lanterns from each round for a total of 280, which is very nice. And amongst the other rewards, doing 4 rounds and collecting Vera is going to be a good investment, particularly because we must remember Enroll is to collect food, to spend it in factions where you would like to collect materials for a character you are trying to build, or for making 9-star characters, 10-star characters, well, that you're going to use to upgrade your main characters with. So while it's nice to look at the character that's being offered in this seal event, you have to make the decision for yourself. Do you need food? If yes, this is going to be worth it just because of the rewards that we can also acquire. So let's go into Sky Lantern Memoria. Here we are. It's another exhaust type of event with 5 different plates that we can pick out of, or 5 different girls that are ready to give us some rewards. So here we have Michael's reward that requires some lanterns be exchanged, and it's just going to give us some nice little resources. Let's scroll down quick. Capsule seals, badge, and a shard. I put them in this order because normally what I would look forward to getting if I had this amount, if you're not looking to spend much but want to spend your lanterns here, this is what I would recommend, or go for those capsules. It's good to save over time. Sapphire's reward is going to have some pretty nice early to mid game characters that we can exchange for. Fenrir is going to be the one that's the most worth it from this spot. Crystal, if you're trying to build an interesting type of anti-meta team, would be nice for 3 to 4 crystals, but that's something for another day. Over here we have the Iron Fist one. This one is interesting because for free to play, if you're doing all of your rounds of seals and the other methods of acquiring these lanterns, you're able to get a Kratos or a Nephilim. And that is exciting. Whatever you're looking for, Kratos for PvE or PvP burst, Nephilim for all-round awesomeness, you're going to get them here for 400 lanterns. And overall, it looks like 460 is the amount that we can get free to play with these methods, which I'll get to soon. I want to cover the rewards so we get everyone excited. You know, it's like having dessert first. The Bud Elf reward is just out of range from free to play. You would have to spend, I believe, $5 to get 10 lanterns in addition to your 460. And it's just going to get you a 6-star doll that you can use in any faction. But honestly, the rewards in the other tiers are much better. This is just an extra. If you're really desperate, I guess you could get a doll to complete your 9-star or 10-star. And finally, Lucifer's reward. Wow, she got us some exciting gifts here. Some pay-to-win antiques. We have Carnival Staff, which kind of isn't needed right now. But Fake Crystal. And I sandwiched this in the middle on purpose. Fake Crystal is just one of the most powerful antiques in our game right now, in our meta. Just allowing all these extra buffs, allowing a girl to use her active in round 1, hopefully, but particularly for Apate. Apate wants to be able to use her energy draining active in round 1 the fastest she can, so she can throw out those energy devouring marks and just have herself set up and her team for a round of actives, basics, without the enemy being able to respond in tune. So this is what we have, and she also benefits from the attack and HP from it greatly because her damage is only calculated from her own buffed attack. So this is exciting. For anyone who does not have one already, this would be the antique to aim for. If you're looking for a second one, even so. The other one, though, is not too shabby either. It's Soul Destruction. And this is probably the better offensive antique to have for a well-rounded Joan, or Kratos, but mainly Joan, because of that precision. We know that Fenrir likes to block her remnant. Sometimes she can just blow up your own team, but that precision is going to help her avoid those situations, and the attack and crit damage are just going to help buff her attack up more. So this is very fun. I'm looking forward to potentially picking up this antique this time. I'm going to think about it hard, but for anyone looking to build a Joan, this is what we want. And just going to say ignore the orange exclusive shard. Just not worth it anymore because the antiques here have been massively inflated and don't want to get something that's not going to benefit our girl specifically. So that one's okay to ignore. But up here and on my notepad, there are some extra ways to earn these lanterns to get these exciting rewards. Acquiring 5-star girls gets you up to 50. Acquiring a 6-star girl gets you up to 10 more lanterns. 10 cycles for 50 total. Completing 4-star internships will get you another 20. And fighting junior varsity battles, you will get 1 per 5 battles fought for a total of 20. So overall, 460 free to play, and that would get you a copy from Iron Fist's reward, which is an Nephilim, which is also very exciting for free to play or early game players. $55 would be the minimum that you would need in the form of the special skin pack and maybe one of the $5 packs to get another 80 to get to these antiques. So that's a decision that'll be left up to you. Honestly, that is quite a bargain for these antiques. They're not usually offered at this price, but we like to take the opportunity to pick these up. for our team, for our characters that we're currently building in these types of exhaust events. And luckily for everyone in this Enroll event, the hidden gem is that Joan is in the pool, and that is exciting. You can now exchange for her. You can pull her out of the fairy faction if you were waiting on a few copies ever since her limited recruit event. Now is a time to pick up her soul destruction. But if you have appetite and you don't have any reliable energy antiques, even though Fate Mirror is just fine, this Fate Crystal is going to prove her massively. So that is what I recommend. Look between these two, think hard. What does your team need? Because this one also dubbed as a good offensive PvE antique for more power. So just think on that. Alright, so I also wanted to get to the super exchange over here on the side. It's looking quite interesting. It's going to allow us to replace for a copy of Esound Jacob or Vivian by replacing 50 of our character shards and some gems for that character. So Esau and Jacob, they had their time to shine. They are still somewhat viable in a cheese team that requires dedication. So if you were looking to pick up your copy of the twins, this is a good opportunity. But mainly everyone's gonna have their eyes set on this Vivian. Vivian is currently the strongest support priest that we can have in the game, able to just disrupt the opponents, heal our characters, keep debuffs away from us, keep buffs away from the enemy, and also do tons of damage with her Galaxy Link. So anyone looking to build their first, their second, even third full built copy of Vivian is going to rejoice with this opportunity. Just make sure you have more than the 3,500 gems here, unlike me. Alright, and here we also had some elite shards, which is kind of interesting, where we're able to change over regular shards into the elite shards for, more chances to get Vivian or other characters that are classified in the elite category. Actually, that funny feeling goes on for the rest of this checklist. We're able to turn our 4 stars into regular 5 stars, turn some regular slots into high stakes slots, turn these normal capsule coins into advanced capsule coins. And this is quite nice. Down here further, we're able to acquire some chisels for 300 gold and some juice. And for gold and these gems, some lunchboxes, 2,000. Oh, okay. I'm excited for this. I actually did need some lunchboxes because last event just completely drained me. And then down here we have the Internship Scrolls, the upper ones. Feel free to acquire these as you like. So we shall continue over to our next Yumi Academy session. It's back for the second time, and this is just going to ask you questions about game mechanics, about the story and the lore, about specific characters. You can test your knowledge here, answer 4 questions per day. Clean out this chart or this bulletin board as it appears, and collect the rewards once you complete the lines to the very end. Once you get all of them, you will get that elite shard in the corner. So don't try going diagonally. You're not going to get it first. Okay. So now we're over here at the Tech Innovation. This event usually comes along with the Enroll Exam, and it allows us to exchange gear with golden gem into a higher level version of the gear. Especially these angel sets are quite nice to exchange into class sets for our specific characters. Now more than ever, exchanging for ranger gear is going to be important for your appetite. Mage gear is still very solid for Nephilim, and priest gear for your Vivians or Zanamis will also be very valuable. So look into those, but of course the character you're trying to work on as your main carry will always benefit from having their specific class gear, and this event makes it easier than ever to acquire that, as well as upgrading it to pink gear depending on your needs. So we'll continue on. I wanted to point this out because it's also quite exciting. According to the popularity contest, we have Fenrir Rogue, and Izanami that have won. So we should be seeing their oath skins coming up in the very near future. And that's exciting. So moving on here, the girls' assembly is always an event that we should aim to finish by opening or building shards of a character in their house up to a certain amount, 3 each. Except for Angel and Demon, they'll require 2. You will earn the following rewards: capsules for the normal factions, seals for the Angel and Demons, as well as 3-star, 2-star gear, which is always helpful for the tech innovation or for upcoming players to upgrade their girls, as well as some lanterns. And these are what are part of that 460 total for free to play, earning 5 per each. At 6, you'll get 30, and then for completing all 6 of these tasks, you'll get another 10 for a total of 40 with your very own Trinity copy for Monster House. Do with her what you like. She is one of the cuter looking girls in Monster House, and it's always nice to have fodder 10-star material for your avatar, or if any of you are trying to be bold and build Trinity, all the power to you. So continue. Mages are currently available for 1 more day in the Elite Assembly. So if you want to gamble with those Elite badges, get an Phylum, get Amelia and Jacob maybe. This is your chance. Alright, so one of those super action-packed events that we have been waiting for a very long time is finally back. Magic card, here it is. We are ready to start 2 weeks of either pulling our hair out or celebrating. I wanted to say celebrating. I brought some memories back with that. Those 1-turn knockouts. Because we are able to acquire so many resources as the weeks progress, or as we're able to advance our rounds. So I wrote up here my notepad what is available for each round and what I would normally recommend you look forward to depending on your needs as you start traveling up the rounds. Free-to-play players usually having good RNG will make it to round 7 or 8. You will need to spend more to get past that, or if unfortunately RNG was not on your side. So here we go. It's nice to visualize what is available. We'll start from the bottom. Round 1, we have to get runes. It's all that's available with some shards, but the runes are very valuable. These boxes are not too bad either. They're new. They'll get you some nice resources, but it's all randomized, and we don't really want servant cookies right now. But lunch boxes and chisels, yes please. Rounds 2 to 4 will be available for any of the resources down here, not the girl shards, but normally you're able to get runes, and that is very good. But since the releases have gone pretty fast as of recently, capsules are super valuable, and getting 90 for free is unheard of outside of this event. So we have a cap limit of 3 opportunities to get 30 capsules between rounds 2 to 4. And that is what I would recommend you do. 90 capsules is just insane value. Unheard of. So do it here. You're going to be thankful for it later. Round 5, we get to the Esau and Jacob copy, according to the chart. If you would like to pull runes for another character, that's fine. But Esau and Jacob and Raphael make great units, especially as starters. Or if you're just trying to collect a copy, you're trying to build a specific team. I know people have definitely been working on Raphael on the side. She's great support. Esau and Jacob, varsity player. Up to you though. I personally will probably pass on these on this account and just go for more runes or some other resources. So I am considering heavily building some Esau and Jacobs on this account. So moving on, round 6, we have the fantastic skins. If that is correct. Yes, it looks to me so. Kratos, Raphael. This one wasn't offered that long ago, actually. Pretty soon. Mio's Psychic and Empress Saints. Gonna be nice. If you're looking to deck out your characters with some bling, get them that drip, as they say, this is the round to do that. The next round, round 7, would allow you to collect some copies of characters. You have 2 opportunities to pick up a Vivian. It almost looks like they're throwing Vivian at us from every direction. Cough, cough. There could be an attack buff coming. Cough, cough. But you didn't hear that from me. That's not miss. It only makes sense if they're throwing out sustained characters. I want to use my reasoning to say that there is some sort of attack buff coming in the future, and that's exciting to me. You can see me fumbling over my words. It's exciting. But from this, you'll probably want Vivian to complete your copies for an upgraded support, or Rogue, which will help you in patrol and add some burst elements to your team. But building her for patrol is very good, and it'll gonna be an investment worthwhile. Vera is also here, and she's available since it's her Enroll event, and you're trying to complete some copies. That'll make 6 total copies we can get from this event overall, if you are able to get far or get lucky and get here quickly to round 7. But round 8 is probably where everyone's got their eyes set on this copy of Uriel or Izanami. People want to finish up their Izanamis for PvE, PvP, or people want to test out some Uriel teams. This will be your floor. And then rounds 10 will give us some 6-star dolls. Round 12 giving us that antique. And rounds 15 giving us some 9-star dolls. And while it is exciting and looking forward to anyone who decides to get that far, you're gonna have to deck out some cash for these ice breaking things. And betting on that RNG can sometimes be a downer, but if you get really lucky and open some 3 rounds, let's say, in the first try, post it in the comments. I would love to hear about that story, and I will root for you. So here are the packs. Normally their value is not that great, but what is kind of recommended if you're looking to get to round 8 with some measure of guarantees, I would say. Buying $1 for 1 try will give you a total of 14 tries. Not a bad investment. You should be able to get to rounds 7 or 8 guaranteed with buying one of these a day with the total amount you'll get. But we're also fighting a boss, which gives us 45 of the spears, which becomes a total of 3 tries daily. So this is nice. Do not forget to do this. These spears will come in handy for getting you to that round at 7 or 8. And then the checklist of items that we need to accomplish every day as well to get these spears. They can become a little tedious, but they are totally worth it. Here we need to enroll up to 80 times, so 1 full round to get a total of 45 spears for another 3 tries. As well as acquiring some 5-star, 6-star characters. So make sure you complete these in a timely manner. Get your spears. So we will continue on. We went over the study session, super exchange, and that was fun. There's this interesting first time recharge edition, and this is where we can get that new Amelia Skin. This is interesting. It's not going to calculate based off VIP already acquired. You need to acquire this VIP in this event. And to see how much you would need to spend, just divide this number by 50. This one, quite nice. If you're spending 50 bucks, you will immediately get this copy for 2,500. Some runes, some clovers. You'll definitely get the Amelia Skin, and it's part of the requirement towards getting that pay-to-win antique from the Lantern Moonlight event. But this box does have Vivian, so you'll have a copy of her there, and it also has Rogue. It does not have Vera though. But pulling a copy of Vivian and that pay-to-win antique is not a bad trade-off, actually. But what is also very exciting for any players that's got their eyes on some gold antiques, 200 gets you this customized orange antique chest. What's in here? a whole bunch of goodies that were not easy to get last week. Deception, Eternal Dawn, another fake crystal if you really need it, Echoes for Baron, and Soul Destruction, which is already offered in this event, but if you really need it too, we're running 2 Jones, that would be good. And Chainblade. All kinds of goodies, but it is behind that paywall. For 50 runes, 25, 75. Oh, wow. Yeah, you would get a hello amount of runes here. This is interesting. Need to think hard on that. And also this box, it does not have Uriel or Izanami, but it's an Phylum or Kratos copy for anyone interested. So that's quite nice. Now we have these value packs over here. The most expensive one is always the one with the best value. 130 lanterns. In case you're trying to get multiple rewards out of that Moonlight pack. And some seals to complete the event. I would say it's interesting, but I personally would not try to spend on seals. I would try to buy capsules if you're interested. That's up to you. Here we have a brand new Amelia Skin, and this is not something anyone expected, but it was very welcome. This Amelia Skin looks great, and the stats aren't that bad either. Attack, crit damage, and speed. All good stats for her. The pack will have 70 lanterns and some gems, 18 seals. You would essentially need one of these 5 and this 150 to complete the event and acquire your pay-to-win antique. And the skin's not bad. It will make great background material. If you have an Amelia, let me know in the comments as well. I want to see how you're using her. This skin would be great. It's a speed skin. And finally, from the pack section, we have, well, not finally, there's one that we like to ignore. But we have the special gift pack. And this will have an actual Amelia copy in it. Goes for 70. Have 100 lanterns and 30 runes. The value here isn't really there for me, so I would kind of ignore that. And this one can also kind of be ignored, but if you need gold or just looking for some 5-star material, it's not bad. But that pack that I was talking about earlier, it's this monthly kickoff. Where is that actually? Oh, I saw it here earlier. It might not come out this week actually. Normally they do that at the beginning of March. So just ignore that pack when it comes up. Those aren't good at all. I forgot February is a short month, and on March 1st, we're going to be seeing that pack show up, and just ignore it. They're really bad value, to be honest. So that's what we have. It's a fairy Enroll Exam event, and it's exciting to see what people are going to be doing with their Veras. If anyone's going to be looking to get their own, or at least have the chance to get their own Joan up and running. Here we go in the fairy. Joan is in the pool, and she can also be exchanged for using portfolios. Unfortunately for me, as you can see, I only have 12 portfolios, so I need to spend my deals and see if I can get lucky with her copies. That's gonna be exciting. If anyone has some insane RNG, I'm looking forward to hearing about it. You can leave those statements in the comments. If you have any questions for me or how this event's gonna go, I will also be looking forward to seeing those. I will be looking to have some character reviews coming up this weekend as well, so stay tuned for that. Of course, I always appreciate you guys stopping by, and happy gaming.